Welcome to Jimmy the Greeks. We got a few simple rules to go by. Welcome to the Radio Talk Live April Fool's Day Comedy Showcase here at Jimmy the Greeks. We got a few simple rules to go over. Please turn your cell phones on to vibrate or silent because these performers are performed for you tonight and would appreciate, please, keep your cell phones off. Keep the table talk to a minimum, please, because these performers laugh all you want. So let's bring up your host for the evening. Here is Joe Ellis.
How are you doing, Jimmy the Greek? Why'd you tap? Oh, there we go. Stop touching stuff back there. Jesus Christ. So, welcome to Jimmy the Greeks. Thank you all for coming out. Before we get started, I want you guys to pick up your drinks and come out here to the front. It'll be a much better show with the comedians. Anthony, trust me, it's all good taste just to stay up here in the front. We don't bite unless you ask for it. So just come on up front, everybody. Oh, come on. We won't hurt you, I promise. Come on, be better for everyone. Come on. Come on, you go back. We'll wait. Yeah, we'll wait. Don't worry, we'll wait. Oh, nobody wants to come up front. It'll be more fun this way. I promise, most of us will leave you alone. Most of us. I don't speak for all of us. So I'm Joe Ellis. I'm going to be hosting tonight. I'm going to be bringing up all your wonderful comedians. We have some very, very talented and very, very funny people here tonight. I'm 32 years old. I've never had blue balls. I've never had a wet dream. Woo! It's the truth. So who wants to come shake my hand? Anybody? We'll start a line. Come on. I washed them yesterday. Let's see. I haven't talked to my dad now in about 3 years because he's dead. It's good enough reason, right? I haven't talked to my grandmother in 4 because she's a bitch. Just kidding, she's dead too. But the weird thing is, though, is now my mom is single because I know some people, like in my family, are all upset that she's dating again, but the vow was till death do you part. He died, contract completed, free agent. So I'm all for it. Like, go get yours, Mom, go get it. But now she starts telling me about it. I don't need to hear my mom's Tinder stories. This is a whole new level of creepy. There's this one guy she started dating who, it makes me laugh because she was never racist, but she was always kind of on the edge until she started getting messaged by black guys. Now she's completely on board. Them. There's this one guy who looks just like Michael Clark Duncan, so we just started calling him the Green Mile. Oh boy, that's always a fun conversation with Mom. What'd you do the Green Mile this weekend? Did you go for a walk? Yeah. Awkward moments with Mom. I am also a father of 2 kids. Are you scared? I actually have full custody of my kids from my ex. That's right, sometimes the penis can win. It just requires a lot of work and for her to be addicted to heroin. But it can work out. It can work out. Where are my other parents in the crowd? Ooh, a bunch of you, yes. You feel my pain. I can see it in some of your faces. You're like, yeah, that's why we're here. Stop talking about kids. God damn it. But if you're a parent, you get to experience the same thing I do every year, which is I get to have adult Christmas in February, called tax returns. Oh, fucking tax returns. Oh, this is the best fucking time of the year. I get to get what I want for once, because frankly, at Christmas time, I'm lucky if I get a painted rock. So this year I went out and I got myself a 4K TV, and a new car, and I got my iPhone fixed because I broke it because I'm a stoner. I went out and bought myself a new PlayStation Pro to get that nice 4K detail. Oh, it's nice. I will warn you about 4K televisions. This isn't written on any of the boxes, and they don't tell you this in the store. Don't watch porn. Don't. I'm warning you now, because you don't need to see them in such high resolution that you can see their emotional scarring. It's too much. I don't even know what kind of clown mask her dad used to wear. That's just too much information. I don't need it. But I do love my kids. They're wonderful kids. They're amazing. They really are the light of my life. But like most parents, I would also love for them to shut the fuck up every once in a while. Yeah, I see you shaking your head. You're like, yes, good God, shut them the fuck up. It's this weird thing that all parents know is that the kids are like an iPod on shuffle, and they're just full of excuses, and they just go through that shit, just up and down the list. Why is the sky blue? Why is the grass green? Why do whales live in the water? What's that in your pipe? And it's medicine. Yes, I also smoke copious amounts of marijuana. So if you could smell weed in the room, hi. How you doing? That's most likely me, or one of our other comedians. I do love, we actually have my medical card, which I know weed's legal now in Maine, but if you can get your card, seriously, go get it. It's worth it just to go to the dispensaries, because they're not that expensive, I mean, compared to street prices, and it's like a Starbucks for weed. It's fantastic. It's not like the dirty, grungy head shop you get your pipe from. No, it's nice, it's clean, the people are wearing aprons, there's a fucking coffee maker, there's little cookies up on the counter. It's like, where the fuck did I walk in here? What the? And you just order your weed in some nice, clean little baggies. And one thing that I thought was really cool at the dispensary that I've never had from any weed dealer I've ever had is when I get my baggies empty and bring them back, they give me 10 cents back. I've never had that with a dealer in my life. Deposit on a baggie, heck yeah, here's 20 of them. I actually brought in 50 of them the other day. The lady was like, holy shit, been saving these up for a while? I guess I have. Sometimes when you're a frugal stoner, you need to find a way to save $5. So, let's see, what else? I just went on vacation. Went down to Richmond, Virginia, to King's Dominion, the theme park down there. That was a lot of fun. What's really weird though is that the theme park, like a lot of theme parks, they're tied to a cartoon. This theme park in particular is tied to the cartoon Peanuts. You know, Snoopy, Lucy, Charlie Brown. And of course they have the whole place set up to look like the neighborhood. So they have the psychiatry booth and the psychiatry booth is some person wearing the big Lucy outfit. I had to fight the urge, and my wife had to stop me from walking up, handing her a nickel, going, so I want to fuck my mom and my uncle touched me. Help me out here. I paid my money, hooked me up, I got an hour. Yeah, she said we get kicked out of the park, and I think she was right. What's great is I fucked with my kids because each part of the park is designed with different, like, cultural nods. So they have, like, a big Eiffel Tower type structure in the park, and this place that looks like a part of a cave in China. So I was telling my kids, like, look, see, we went to France, we went to the Eiffel Tower, and then we went to China and found a lost civilization, and then look, we got abducted by aliens. It was great. And then I shit myself by the Ferris wheel. It was a lot of fun. It's really good to get away from the kids every once in a while. I am married, though. Like I said, not to my kids' mom, she's a whore. I actually met my wife on Tinder, which, yeah, I know that's not where you're supposed to meet your wife, but we both swiped right, and it worked. Now, in case you're wondering on how to meet a wife on Tinder, here's what you do. You swipe right, you meet, you fuck, and then you just keep on fucking until eventually she has a drawer full of shit in your house and doesn't leave. And then eventually you end up with a ring on your finger, like, how the fuck did I get here? Shit, I guess I better delete that profile. Get myself in more trouble. I did have some Tinder horror stories, though. One in particular will always stay with me no matter how big I grow and how far I go. I went to go pick up this girl, and ladies, most of you are beautiful. I see all the women here, you're all pretty attractive. But some of you are just really good at cropping photos. Because I swiped on this chick, and she looked like a heavier set chick with platinum blonde hair. You know, I'm a big guy. I'm obviously not going to judge on that. So I said, sure, why not? Let's hang out. So then I go to pick her up. She walks out of the house. A couple seconds later, she finished walking out of the house. Yeah, she was a big girl. Like, imagine three of me having a hug. This is a big girl. I know I shouldn't judge, but god damn. So then she gets into my, I'm a gentleman though, so I'm not just going to run away screaming, which I should have. So she gets in the car, made it tilt a little bit. God, I wish I was making that up. And I got a good look at her, and I realized she's not a platinum blonde like I originally thought. She's got white hair and white eyelashes and red eyes. She was an albino. Tinder set me up with the albino rhino. The fuck, Tinder? God damn it! But once again, my mama raised me right. We go out on the date. That's when things really went bad. So we're talking, and she tells me that she has a child, which my first thought was, God, somebody poached the albino rhino. Yikes! Whatever, moving on. So then she starts to tell me about the baby daddy. You want to know why? I didn't want to know why. Afterwards, I regretted it, and so will you. She begins to tell me that the reason why her and baby daddy aren't together anymore is because he was cheating on her. With horses. I don't mean someone dressed up as a horse. I mean this guy was on top of the stool, giving the old Brajul the sea biscuit. And of course, my mind, being the way it is, ADD and weed, I was like, okay, so your ex cheated on you with a horse. I'm going to assume a condom wasn't involved because you're not going to knock up a horse. And then he went home and fucked you, and you have a kid together, which means you also did not wear a condom. Check, please. Check, please. I'm done. This is too much. I dropped home and I fucking ran screaming to the hills. Which is what I should have done at the beginning of the night. On that note, I'm going to bring up your first comedian. She's a really funny lady. Been doing comedy almost as long as I have, I think. Quite a while now. Let's give it up for Angela Merrill, everybody!
Thanks, Joe. Oh my God, you're too far away. You're much too... how's everybody doing? Everybody's doing all right, right? We're ready for this snowstorm, right? Yeah. Let me tell you something. This comedy show is pretty much the only place where that's an acceptable answer to how you doing. What? I asked my mother. She calls me and she says, how was your New Year's? And she said, how's everything going? I said, ow! She is not a fan of my comedy lifestyle, like, at all. She's not pleased with what's happening here. She's not here. Let's talk about her. Yeah, she's not a fan of my comedy lifestyle. Let me tell you something. I am not a fan of my childhood, so I don't give a shit. Alright, if you didn't want me to become a comic, please don't heckle my birthday parties. That's all I'm saying. The 2-drink minimum is fucking brutal. It's not fair. 8-year-olds, they don't want to buy 2 drinks. They want their Kool-Aid, they want to go home. I fucking love comedy. I love being on the stage. I don't know if you guys have had this experience. For me, being on the stage is a lot like my sex life, though. I think I'm doing really well until I get off. And then I go to the tape. And the laughter is in all the wrong spots. There's a noise in the corner and it distracted everybody. There's a waitress cleaning up the wet spot. Is that the waitress at your house? I am the waitress at my house. So my therapist retired. I've been seeing her for 10 years. Pretty much mid-sentence she goes, also I'm retiring. Thank you. I don't care. I asked her what my diagnosis was. After 10 years, I really needed to know. She said, are you ready? She said, narcissist with paranoid features. I said, oh my God, I had no idea. She said, narcissists never do. Who said that? Why are you looking at me? It's alright. My new therapist, well, I have a new therapist. My old therapist was terrific, though, because I could tell her everything, and she didn't even call it sleeping around. So she called it expanding my social network, so I figured she earned her $20 copay. She was like a friend that I had to pay. It was just right. My new therapist used to be my marriage counselor many years ago, which is awesome. I was a little alarmed at how excited I was when I heard his voice, though. I felt like I was cheating on my marriage for the second time. Yeah, I heard his voice. He said, he has this really deep voice, it's really sexy. He sounds like, who's that guy with a really sexy voice? Benjamin Netanyahu, you guys! I fucking scored. He says,
Angela, it's so nice to hear from you.
if you don't know who Benjamin Netanyahu is, Prime Minister of Israel, let me help you out.
Hezbollah, Gaza Strip, suicide bomber.
That guy, can't do the accent, but that gives you.
Angela, it's so nice to hear from you.
And I just start giggling. Yeah. Sorry, I just went there for a second. Yeah, start giggling. I realized, oh, it's really nice to have somebody who's excited to see you, but it's only because my diagnosis is interesting to him. So I went over there. It was really, I liked it. But I think I have to tell him that I did mushrooms. So that's the next episode. Do you call them episodes or do you call them appointments? I don't know. I'm telling everything. So I did so I think he's going to be disappointed in me. I was searching for a psychedelic experience. I don't know if you guys have ever done this. Somebody told me I should do Molly because it simulates love, right? It's like the old ecstasy with a little bit of psychedelic feature. This guy's nodding. He doesn't look like the guy who should be nodding. You guys should be helping me out a little bit here. You're making him feel bad. I was searching for a psychedelic experience. Somebody said that Molly would simulate love. I said, fuck that noise. I've been in love. Love is 10% euphoria, it's 10% binge-watching Mad Men, and it's 80% crippling depression and eating disorder. I don't need it. I don't need it at all. I went for the big nuts. I did mushrooms because I wanted to find God. I was going for the big... I wanted to find God, but I'm a comic, so all I found were really bad puns. I was staring into the abyss, and that's all I heard.
Angela, obey me, for I am a vengeful dog.
Which means that God is either an asshole, he's your best friend's, or he's your dad's best friend, or like he doesn't exist at all. So I'm gonna go with he doesn't exist. Always a showstopper at the comedy show. God doesn't exist. After God, mushrooms. Yeah. I didn't mind doing mushrooms. It was all right. I should have known, though. I took mushrooms to alleviate depression, but I took them with my ex, so it's sort of back to square one. You shouldn't do mushrooms for your ex more than 2 times a year. That's what I learned. I also shouldn't have so many exes. I have a bunch of exes. Usually I break up with somebody who has a difference of opinion. For example, I was married for 11 years, and we divorced because I thought he drank too much. He thought his sex life was none of my goddamn business. So, it's kind of one of those, like, it's a small thing. I went out with somebody I thought that we should be having more sex. He thought Sandy Hook was a hoax, so that didn't work either. Then there was the guy that, like, I thought that I was awesome. He thought I should stop calling. Opinions, they're important. Yeah, I went out with somebody, broke up after the first date because Prince died and he didn't cry. I chose poorly. Well, he cried, but he, like, didn't cry enough. What else? I dated an engineer. Any of you guys ever go out with somebody in the technical fields, in the, they call them the STEM fields? Yeah. I don't know if it was that he was autistic or he just didn't like me. I'd say things like, I really like you. He'd say, the server's down in Kansas. That's not the right answer to that question. They don't go together. I'd say, I need more smooches. He'd say, no, at once. Yeah, I think he just didn't like me. In retrospect, now that I'm telling you people out loud, I think he just didn't like me. I don't you guys. I need somebody who looks like he'd like to go for a hike, but would be really easy to talk out of it. Somebody who's emotionally healthy, because there's only room for one narcissist in this relationship. All right, thanks you guys. I appreciate it. My name is Angela Merrill. Thanks to B-Rad for having me.
Give it up for Angela Merrill, everybody! In case you're wondering, yes, I know I look like Bobby Hill after he grew up. In case you're wondering, I am not fat. I am actually pregnant with diabetes. I'm going to name it Donnie. Donnie the diabetes baby. Actually, technically I am a movie villain. Because I've had pizza every day of my life since I was 8 years old. Yeah, that's not a joke. That's just a sad fact. I have witnesses that can prove it. It's just truth. Believe it. I am Pizza the Hut. That's what I am. I am head to toe pizza and Pepsi. Well, it's probably some chicken nuggets, french fries, and my tits. But the rest of it, it's all pizza and Pepsi. This is all just one big chunk of pepperoni back here. It's pretty bad. I just hope I never lock myself in a limo. Thank you for the 2 people that got that joke. Thank you. Thank you for being here. You'll be invited to my funeral next week. But the bright side is that when they finally do cut me open, it's going to smell like takeout pizza in the mixture. Who ordered Domino's? Oh, it smells so fucking good. On that note, we're going to keep moving right along. Bring up our next comedian. He's a really funny guy and knows way more about politics than I ever will. Let's give it up for Sam Pelletier, everybody.
Give up for Joe Ellis, you guys, your wonderful host. Joe's wrong. I don't know shit. I'm stepping back from the coffee. I do have a question. Joe, was listening to your act. You're currently single. Oh, you're married. Married. Awesome. Back together. I was confused by your Tinder jokes. Also, I don't pay enough attention to your life. Is anyone here single? Alrighty, awesome. What's the dating scene like in Old Orchard Beach at this time of year? Is it starting to get a little warmer?
It's kind of like...
I love that. It's kind of like...
And then it's going to be like, woo! About a month. And then it's going to be like, woo!
Alrighty, hold out for a couple months. Now, I gotta get my beach body ready so it's cool. Is anyone here unemployed right now? It's always kind of a showstopper. Anyone here single and unemployed? It's the awesome. Got one comic over there. Love the combination. I'm not right now. I've been single and unemployed, and what that means is you got to date and job hunt at the same time. Quite a bit of rejection involved in doing both of those at once. I would get so rejected so often, I would get calls early in the morning rejecting me. I wouldn't know where they were from. Like, hey, thanks for putting yourself out there, but after considering your appearance and your attitude and, of course, your previous experiences, pretty clear you're the wrong choice. It's like, hey, wait a minute, is this Susan or Petco? And she said, by the way, your belly button is gross. That's why I knew it was Petco. This is a good discovery for me. Anyone out here got a job for me? I know it's a little late, but I've been applying to do some snow plowing. Anyone know a guy who snow plows? Well, in there, the thing that kills you in that snow plow is you got to do a drug test, which is weird because in Maine you can be snow plowing where you're not allowed to do drugs, or you can be a snow maker where you have to do drugs. But it's on every ski resort's website. It's right there in the job description. Do you see laser beams in your cereal every morning? If so, give us a call up. I got weird opinions though. as Joe was alluding, bringing me up on the word politics. Always fun. Weird thing about me is I don't think that we should teach evolution in our schools. And it's not because I don't think evolution is real. I just think it's mean to take dorky 14-year-olds and teach them how natural selection works. It's kind of introducing, you gotta introduce that to them slowly. Like, listen, Billy, the reason none of the girls want to go to the dance with you, your physical traits don't exactly scream survivable. Okay, you got weak knees, you got terrible shoulders, your voice cracks. Like, you live in 2017, so you're not going to have any natural predators in your first 18 years of life, but you're not going to get any hand jobs either. And whether that's a life worth living in, that's between you and your Green Day albums. Working on what band to work into that. I like how you responded to Green Day. Got some Dookie in your... Yeah, got some Dookie. If you didn't know Green Day, me asking about where you had Dookie would have been weird. That would have just been a little... This is kind of a very serious question to be introducing me. Are you from OOB? From the surrounding area? That's cool. You look a little tight-lipped. Like, is where you're from, I'm not going to make you say it, is it something kind of embarrassing where you're from? Is it, like, kind of a compound with, like, arranged marriages and type shit? Like, have you ever worn a robe before, sir? I guess that's where I'm kind of going with that one. Okay. Just having some fun with the available audience. Play around with a little bit. No, I got some weird theories, though. Do you know how to get a bunch of hippies to stand outside in a downpour? Tell them it's acid rain. Getting a little... Is this person you're with your significant other? Awesome. How long you guys been together for? 10 years. Congratulations. Oh my God. Good for you. Yeah. This guy a round of applause. Yeah. That's fucking awesome, dude. I can't keep any relationship going because I have really weird ideas about like how to spice up the relationship. Have you ever had that conversation? How are we going to spice this up? No. That's good. I get that all the time, and there's not a Taco Bell close enough to me to have us work that out correctly. And when it comes to it, I have the dumbest ideas. Like, sweetheart, I love your panties just the way they are. But what if we took them and sewed them into a mural on the ceiling of my dad frowning at us? We went ahead, took the initiative, did that. I do have some weird dad issues. Have you ever wondered, any of you guys, is my dad on drugs? Just kind of had to work that out. The thing about me is either my dad smoked a bunch of weed when I was growing up, or he actually enjoyed bird watching. That's the crazy part. I don't know which one of those makes him a worse parent. He's just going out into the woods. No, I got a lot of issues that I'm gonna just continually bring to you guys. Anybody? I don't know. I keep getting shit on my mom for drinking too much. Like, if get out of your mom's house as soon as possible, I think would be really solid advice for anyone. But I think most of you guys have probably heard this one. Have you heard this one? You have a lot of alcoholism in your family. Yeah. So you need to be careful. But what I always ask that question back. It's like, Mom, we live in Maine. Where's the family in Maine that does not have any drugs in it? Like, is anybody a member of that family? I would like to hear that family's family story, like what was going on with them. Like, well, Jimmy works construction. We all root for the Red Sox. Bobby mixes concrete. It's kind of a part-time thing. But it never occurred to any of us to pound 3 fingers of coffee brandy every time Tom Brady throws a touchdown pass. Never went on. And what I realized, what my mom was telling me, she was kind of humble bragging about my Central Maine family and how hard they drank, kind of putting it out there. Listen, we drank a little bit harder than the rest of the families in this town. You know, not to say we were the worst. We weren't the Petersons, thank Jesus, but we went pretty hard. I'm not saying we didn't go to high school with a lot of serious, decent people. I'm saying the Cloutiers are pussies. And the Bushies are snitches. Living in it. God. I had some serious impediments dating. Who here ever had braces? All right, a couple people with braces. Did you guys really need them, though? Did you really need the braces? Because that's the kind of thing. Braces are always just cosmetic. That's the crazy thing about them. It's just introducing, and they're usually given to teenagers. I got my braces when I was 22 years old. Just struggling through ugly teeth, giant 300 underbite going on, and I just got the braces slapped on, young 20s, supposed to be the prime of my life. And I just stuck through it on the promise that I'd eventually look better. And as you can see, didn't work out super good. But it's insane how just cosmetic braces are. Like, they didn't put braces on me because I needed them. They just put it on so I would smile better and have a better speaking voice and just give perfectly symmetrical oral to people. Like, that was the objective. No one likes the snaggle tooth on the happy button. Right there. I'll end with this one, but it's god-awful expensive, too, to have the braces. It is ridiculous, like, it is kind of just a socially acceptable boob job, as we went over with the cosmetics. But the thing is, it costs more than a boob job. I've looked this up. I shopped around on Amazon for the best silicone price. It's not even close to what braces cost. If I got the amount of surgery for the amount of money that I spent on the braces, I could have gotten 4 fake boobs. I would have put one on each elbow, one on each knee, and I would have never had to wear rollerblading pads ever again. Alrighty, well that's about my time, you guys. Give it up to Joe Ellis for hosting, and thank you all very much.
Sam Pelletier here, everybody. And I tell you, if you have 4 boobs, one on each corner, you'd be very popular dating scene down the road. But not exactly out of the ordinary. So I love video games. Yes, the whole room got quiet. What, you guys don't play video games? Come on, there's no other gamers in the crowd besides Ian? None of you? No, you don't play at all, sir? No? Nothing? Little bit? What do you like to play? Oh, whatever the 4-year-old wants to play. So Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto. That's what the 4-year-old play nowadays. It blows my fucking mind. A lot of people, they look at me down, like, oh, you play video games? That's a fucking waste of time. Look, I don't play video games because I don't have a life. I play video games because I choose many lives. Because in video games, you get to be the hero. It's not just watching a movie or reading a book. You get to be the hero. You get to be the wizard. You get to be the space pirate. You get to be the one to save the world. Until you hear from the other room, Dad, come wipe my butt. Then you realize you're just a 32-year-old stone loser sitting in front of your 4K TV and now you got to wipe an 8-year-old's ass. Maybe there's some merit to what they're saying. So we're going to keep the show moving right along. We're going to bring up your next comedian. He's not following his taco. We're going to give it up to a very funny guy. Give it up for Big Bob Galansky, everybody.
How you doing? Video games. I'm not saying they're addicting. At least when I was smoking crack, I put the pipe down once in a while. Holy shit. Non-stop. So how you guys doing? Old Orchard Beach. I'm old. Getting old sucks. Anybody else here getting old? Trust me, it's going to happen to you whether you like it or not. You guys are all glasses half full people? Glasses half empty? Glasses half, doesn't matter one way or the other. Eventually your teeth will be floating in it. Getting old socks. I just got my hair cut the other day. You like it? Yeah. Well, it was gray. It was white gray. My barber goes, what are you going to do about this gray? I said, well, hopefully it's going to come in, make me look distinguished. Give me one of them young chicks looking for a father figure. She goes, it ain't working, bud. So who dyed it, brown? Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, you know you're getting old, and the first thing they go for is your eyebrows. Getting old sucks. I was at a club the other day. Somebody said something, and I said, what? And they said, oh, you're not trained, you old guys. You can't hear shit. I said, who said that? You can't see either. True story. But the reason why I brought that up is because I heard you guys heckling in the back one of the earlier comedians. And you got to enunciate clearly and be really loud, or I'm not going to hear you. It's going to go right by the board. So I really am getting old. When I turned 40, I was thinking, you know, this ain't that bad, 40. Then at 40 in 3 months, I went, holy shit, this is as far as I've gotten in life? I might be a fucking loser. Then when I turned 50, I told everybody I was 60, because I wanted to hear how good I look for my age. Yeah, true story. When I turned 60, and everybody told me 60 is the new 40. Well, first they told me 50. You don't have to grow up by the time you're 50. You don't have to. Oh, yeah, then I turned 60, and they said 60 is the new 40. Fuck, now I gotta grow up. Thought I was past all that shit. 60. The next one's 70. You know, you build up so much speed, 40, 50, 60, then you hit 70. Maybe you have to be there for that one. I'm projecting now. I haven't reached 70 yet. I've reached all the other ones. Getting old sucks, I'm telling you. Shit happens. You do things differently when you get old, too. Like, you know, a 20-year-old girl walks in front of you, she's gorgeous, she's working it, she walked by me, and, you know, you do different shit when you're older. Like, that's going to hurt my back. I'll risk it. Trust me, I'll risk it. You know what? I'll risk it. You guys are older than you said you were earlier. Look at that food coming out of your mouth. I get extra points for that. Next. Smoking pot. Oh, you know what else? I want to try to touch on a couple of subjects we had earlier. What's that? I could hear some of it. Looks like I'm arguing with a couple people at dinner table the other day, and we asked a question, and the fucking pocketbook answered. The world's changed. I think it was Siri or something that fucking found in the pocketbook. Heard the question and answered it for us. But the world is different than when I was growing up, you know. Talking about eating acid. People my age, we ate acid. Matter of fact, I quit because it wasn't any good anymore. I like to watch the fucking walls melt. Oh yeah, run right into the fucking sewer and shit. When that stopped, I stopped eating it. So kids today, they're eating mushrooms and stuff, thinking everything's wonderful. Like, oh man, you should have been around when Ozzy was making it. Old people know about acid though. You see a room full of white people, you walk in, it's like, shit, I haven't seen this much white hair since I sat on Santa's lap. Those people did drugs. Oh yeah, because if you're my age and you didn't smoke pot, you didn't do any drugs, you were fucked up. You were a nerd, you were like the kid nobody wanted to be around. The kid that made $1 million before he was retired. Always out selling weed and pumping gas. Pot causes short-term memory loss. What was I talking about? Oh, shit. What's that? Go ahead. Bust right into the discussion groups. I don't care. What else were we talking about earlier?
Sorry.
You're not sorry. Don't lie to me. We wanted you guys to sit up front so you paid attention to us and not the guy sitting next to you. Because like they actually paid me to come down here and you can listen to his shit all week. Great. Anyway. doing this for a living. It's fucking weird. Oh yeah, I told everybody I was going to be a comedian. They all laughed. Which is actually the response you want, but not really what you expected. So anyway, my mom's 88 years old. I take care of my mom. Good old sods. Guys, did we cover? You guys pot, smoke pot? Anybody here? I'm the only one. I've been wearing this belt buckle since like 1971 or something. So it's bullet. It says made in Taiwan. I look up Taiwan. There's no brass in Taiwan. So I think this is like bullet casings from Vietnam or something. I don't know if finally thought of it. But I'm growing pot in my room since it's legal. Oh yeah, my mom comes in, she sees this plant, she goes, I'm not looking at that shit, build a fucking wall. So I'm building this wall and I need some help. I went and got my buddy, there's a restaurant up the end of my street, Coco Locos, it's a Mexican restaurant, Miguel's my carpenter, so I went to get his help. He says, I ain't gonna help you build no fucking wall, man. A couple of my other buddies helped me build this wall. We got the wall finished, so my mom said, pay the man. I realized my mom just trumped me. Every time I bitch about getting old, she always trumps me. My leg hurts. Oh yeah, my gallbladder. Well, fucking dual gallbladders. I don't want to hear about it, Mom. Flush the toilet away. You're not saving any money on the water. So anyway, how am I doing? You always asked me if we were all working. I had a job once. True story. I actually spent 12 years at Bath Iron Works as a welder. And I was an iron worker, union iron worker. You can tell he's an iron worker. He'll refer to the third grade as my senior year. We're not known for our intellect. We are known for putting steel up, though. You ever notice when the boss never comes by when you're actually fucking working? Oh yeah, iron working. First thing you do first thing in the morning, you go up a couple floors, you smoke a joint. Boss comes by and catches you, he gets mad because you didn't ask him to join you. Oh yeah, and then he gets mad again because you left your tools down on the ground, you gotta go get them. So, welding weighs about a pound a foot. And sometimes it's 500 feet across the decking to get to where you gotta weld. And you don't want to make 6 drapes across beams and shit like that to get over there. So you carry as much welding lead as you possibly can. I know I've had 500 pounds of welding lead on me. I've actually had the bar joist start wiggling while I was walking because I had so much weight on it. But you're laying your welding lead out, you get it all out there. It ain't easy, it's heavy, you know what I mean? You're working your ass off just getting it over there. So you get done, you got sweat dripping off the end of your nose, you're smoking a cigarette, the boss comes by, what are you doing? Well, I got all set up, now I'm taking a break. Don't you have another speed? Yeah, but I didn't think you could handle it if I moved that slow. True story, I've actually said all this shit to foreman before. And when the boss isn't around, this is what it's like. Welding, welding, welding. Keep them welders welding. Keep that metal melting low high. No question your assignment. Just weld that misalignment. It's been like that since left the assembly line. Weld up, got them up, weld them up, got them up, weld them up, got them up, low high. I know Clint Eastwood was the young guy on that show. I can't remember his name. Monty Woody, something like that. He was the young guy. But then, a couple minutes later, the boss comes by, and here I am. What are you doing now, man? Fucking up. What's it look like I'm doing? Matter of fact, the big boss came by a little while ago. He asked what I was doing. I told him he didn't have anything to know. He had to check with you first. Oh, yeah, so you better come up with a good excuse, or else you're going to get in trouble. True story. Then you go to lunch, you go out, you eat your lunch, you smoke a joint, coming back. You got the first year apprentice with you. It's like, do something about your face. You're going to get us all in trouble. Maybe you have to be there for that one. But anyway, you're walking across the beam after lunch and you look down and you see a safety guy. You take a couple nuts and bolts out of your bolt bag and you wait until they're just about ready to land next to him and you all blow me! That's the other shit out. We run and hide in the trailer. That really happened. Then, at the end of the day, the boss comes by and there I am. What are you doing now, man? I'm admiring my work. Where's your partner? It's not my day to watch him. He's not a bad guy to work with if you don't mind working alone. You're in trouble. Did you throw a bunch of shit at the safety guy and all the blood? No, I was walking across the beam. I hit my bolt bag. I said, look out below me. True story. Thank you. Truth and comedy. Here's something else that's true. I'm kind of proud of this. I worked at the World Trade Center. That's an area I worked across down there. People bodies up. So, rescue and recovery, technically. Thank you. And when I got back, it's funny. It's the truth. It sucked. I got really sick. I'm on like 3 or 4 inhalers still. I'm actually a lot better than I was a couple of years ago. But anyway, I was so sick I couldn't do comedy. But, when you're hard of hearing, I thought the doctor said Viagra, but actually I thought he said Niagara. It was working great, but it was kind of hard to wash off. Fucking European don't get that one. They don't even understand what Niagara is. Before they had stay-free clothes and wrinkle-free, we had that iron shit, So they had this Niagara. And so anyway, he said, no, Viagra. I said, that ain't the problem, Doc. I don't have any trouble fucking getting up. It's finishing the job. My old lady weighed 115 pounds. I weighed 285 pounds. We'd be making look me. I'd turn red and purple and blue, and then I'd black out on her ass. Oh, yeah, it would pretty much mean she's staying there till I wake up. That happened like twice, and she said, fuck this shit, go to the fucking doctors. So he's trying to get me on this Niagara stuff, and I said, that ain't the problem, Doc. So he's got me on this thing here. And it's working great. The old lady's happy. Everybody's happy. I'm finishing. No problem there. And then all of a sudden I start having trouble again. What the fuck is going on? And look, she's holding this color chart up next to my face. Oh yeah, and I look down and she's crimping the friggin' hose. Apparently I was finishing too fast. All right, we got a lot more comedians. My time is up. You guys have been great.
Big Bob, everybody. Give it up for a real hero. So I've gone on a lot of weird adventures in this whole comedy game, and one of the weirder ones is I was down in New Hampshire with a couple other comedians, friends of mine, and we went into a sex shop. I don't know if you guys have been to a sex shop lately, sir. Say it's been 10 years, I'm sure you two have browsed. But they've changed a lot, haven't they? They're no longer wall-to-wall DVDs like they used to be. Because frankly, anybody can pull out their phone and go in the bathroom and pull up YouPorn right now and go to town. So now they've really expanded into the toy market quite a bit. So there's all kinds of different toys. There's vibrating cock cages, and there's pocket pussies, and freaking go-go boots that go up to my wife's hips and have the loader into them like power armor. Ready to fuck. But the one thing that really caught my attention, which really made me confused, was the gimp masks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in the golden age of the gimp mask. I don't know if you know this. You can have a gimp mask for any flavor. I mean, you can get your standard issue gimp mask, of course, with like the zipper mouth and little rings or whatever. But you can also get, like, say, a Playboy bunny gimp mask. Get a little Hugh Hefner action going on. You can get a pink gimp mask. You kind of relive those Animal Farm fantasies of yours. But the one gimp mask that really just made me question human reality was the Jason Voorhees gimp mask. Who's that for? Is there anybody in this room who would honestly purchase Ben, put your hand up. Who knows that we have fingers pointing, yes? I mean, we'll take you two for an example because you're the only couple I can see from here. Imagine, ma'am, you're dressed up, you got some short shorts on and a tied-off t-shirt and knee-high socks. I've thought about this too much. You're just sitting there laying on the bed, flipping through a magazine. He walks in, just wearing that mask. He's got his machete out. Suck, my, cock. Rip, chop. A skeet. Fun on Crystal Lake. Where's that fun on crystal meth? I'm still not quite sure. Side note is now my wife cannot watch the Friday the 13th movies without thinking about that joke, and I consider that a win. So we're going to bring up our next comedian. He's actually the reason you're all here tonight, because he's one of our producers. Actually, he was one of the comedians with me in the sex shop, and he decided to buy a little toy because it looked just like him in his underwear.
Joe, wait. That sex doll couldn't be me. The facial was perfect, but the penis size was way the fuck off.
You're right. It wasn't holding a microscope.
No, the penis was like fucking a 5-footer.
And we all know that you need the paint and the magnifying glass to see it, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much all right.
Acme penis enlarging kit.
So the face was right, but the penis was totally fucking wrong.
Ain't going anywhere with that, or?
No,
the dick was wrong.
The dick was fucking wrong. I'll get that later on. Alright, I am B-Rad. I'm a 32-year-old that lives in my deceased grandmother's house. Still get caught masturbating by her, but I can't explain the finger in the ass always while I'm masturbating. I really can't, because her spirit's probably still there, so that's probably where the finger in the ass is coming in. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah. But also, I have a day job. I work at Walmart. I do a little bit of everything. I door greet every now and then. Yeah, that's like, you have to be all, hello, goodbye, hello, bye, that's all you have to do. Hello, goodbye. And instead of stutter problem, you're like, hello, goodbye. That would be a problem for a door greeter, or Tourette's. That would be, hello, fuck you, get the fuck out! Oh, man. That'd be an awful job for a friggin' door greeter with Tourette's. Oh, man. Also, I do a little cashier in there, too. I had a few customers come through my line once that were going out, a few girls, going actually probably to Old Orchard Beach. It was during the summertime, real nice. Ma'am, whoever, what would you think they would be probably buying, coming through a line, dressed up nice, going out and all that? What do you think? Gum? No. Yeah, gum. Totally way off. They actually were buying gas X. Basically, when I thought of that, they just didn't want to probably follow the guy's dick while grinding on it like this. Actually, beating that. What's that vibration on my dick? Luckily for the beats, they can probably not hear the farts. The only thing they would probably feel, they think they got a vibrator on that dick. Oh, man. Oh, well. Shit. Being in my 30s, sex life is not so much bad. Oh, man. Especially the sex talk when my dad gave me when I was younger. When I was 12 years old, he gave me a sex talk. He said, son, this is how you have sex with a girl. Stick it in a hole. So, I got a chance to get lucky a couple of years down the line. And my career, he said, stick in the hole. And I stick it in the girl's ear. That girl had therapy. Then I tried the belly button. Get closer. Yep, that girl had therapy for the rest of her life. And scarred her for the rest of her life, taking a load in the ear. I saw that girl in porno just a couple of months ago. She actually was taking cum in the ear. Yeah. But yeah, we were little perverts back in, still is, back in high school. You go out and pick up a girl. You have to go down on a girl. But just imagine this. The milk is coming out of the vagina. Not cum, milk. White milk would be a white girl, which all you girls, black girls would be chocolate milk. Asian would be coffee milk or soy milk. And I'll probably, guys, avoid that strawberry milk once a month. Yeah. If you ever get the strawberry milk, just back the fuck off on eating that. Oh, shit. Oh, man, I had some fucking crazy exes. Man, one crazy ex, I got to actually be in a three-way, 2 guys and one girl, in a 2-person tent. It seems like there were 5 people in there to the side of me. And one thing you would never want to do in a 3-way, especially there's 2 guys and 1 girl, is never ever touch the other guy's hairy leg. Because your erection is fucking gone. Absolutely fucking gone. And the 3-way is done. After fucking 2 seconds. Yeah. What was that? What was that?
You can touch his balls, but not his legs.
Yeah, either way, you can touch anything, your erection is fucking gone.
Hairy leg?
She didn't have a hairy leg. No, she didn't have a hairy leg. The guy had a hairy leg. Those 2 guys and 1 girl.
But you said don't touch it.
Yeah, and then you lose erection because you're touching the guy's
Hairy balls.
hairy balls. Yes, you would lose erection if you touch any part of a guy. If you're a guy touch another guy and you're not gay, you would probably lose erection instantly. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, right, sir. Yes. Right. Oh, but yeah. But so how was your sex talk with your mom or dad?
Yes, I am.
How was your sex talk? Yeah, what was your sex talk like? Yeah. Sex talk. How was the sex talk? Tell me about the sex talk. He doesn't manscape? That's what your mom tight a ponytail on her balls and she's done. that was the sex talk with her mom and dad. The mom and dad told her.
Mom and dad part.
No, your mom and dad told you to make sure to have the guy manscape. That was a detailed fucking sex talk right there.
If you got the manscape, that's the problem.
What's manscape? Oh, okay, let me get this. Alright, what's manscape? Alright, lady, alright. Okay, manscape, this, see, okay. Say you go down on a guy giving a blowjob, you might actually get a hairball coming out if it's not manscaped. Shave it all off. But if it's got hair, you might come out with a hairball. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's explaining the manscaped.
I want a hairball.
Hairball, yeah. Oh, it's. But no, back to that. How was your childhood with a had a good sex talk? Really? Or just about manscaping? You didn't have a sex talk? No. So, how did you learn? Oh, okay.
I was a whole lot older.
Oh, a whole lot older. How older? 17?
17.
Huh? That's it.
B-Rad, maybe we should move along, because a nice little couple in the corner is like clutching themselves in fear. They're over there like, good God, make him stop talking, please God. Make him stop.
I'm not done yet.
I'm scared.
I'm just having fun, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He hides in the trunk.
Yeah, I escaped.
I try not to let him out, but...
Thank God.
Woo. But yeah, you know what? Let's go on to the next one. I had fun, but here we go. Thank you very much, people. B-Rad.
That was B-Rad. It's his microphone. We gotta give him some time. So, after that, we need a palate cleanser. So I'm gonna bring up our next comedian. Really funny guy. He actually hosts his own comedy show up in Lewiston. If you don't know where that is, just drive north, and when you're getting ready to shoot yourself, take a left. And it's right there, next to all the druggies and single moms on welfare. So let's give it up for Ben Roberts, everybody!
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, B-Rad. Thank you, Jimmy's. Let's give it up for yourselves. Woo! I am from an exciting town in central Maine called Leeds. Yeah, it's that exciting. We're really exciting. And the cool part about town is in the center of town there's a hill with a monument on it called Monument Hill. And we have a town beach that the kids affectionately call Stink Pickle Beach. Which has nothing to do with what's floating in the water after swim lessons. It is inland, it is in the country, and, I just want to go over a couple stereotypes about country folk. Listen, we do have a full set of teeth. It's just passed generation to generation like Grandma's cookie and meth recipes. They keep it going all night long. Woo! Grandma's cookies. Delicious. And, the NCAA Final Four is going to be happening, and they're having issues about bathrooms down there because of whatever in North Carolina, right? You know what the beautiful thing about being here from Maine is? We can all use fucking bushes. And we gotta worry about the same two things. Poison ivy and Uncle Frank. He don't take kindly to people shitting in his pot farm. Gotta keep that organic label, you know what I'm saying? Another thing is people like to think we hook up with our cousins and shit. Now, have we played grab ass with a step cousin at a wedding once or twice? Maybe. But it was a step cousin. And she was drinking Allen's. Anybody familiar with what they say about Allen's? Leads to anal. 50% of the time. Alright, 100% of the time, really. Allen's is the number one selling alcohol in Maine. Would you believe that? Good stuff. Listen, Tom Brady, everybody hear about his jerseys? They found his jerseys. They found fucking Tom Brady's jerseys. And New England Patriots fans and Trump alike have never been so happier the wall wasn't built down in Mexico. Tom Brady, Deflategate, Patriots. That brought us familiar with terms like generally aware, and more probable than not. My girlfriend is very familiar with those terms. Like, if I told her to get ready for a hot 12 inches in bed tonight, she's generally aware that it is more probable than not I'm referring to a pizza. And not sex like 2 or 3 times. She's a good girl. She unwillingly plays the game of, is it beard, chest, or pube in her toothbrush? It doesn't matter which hair it is, she gets fucking pissed. Just like she gets pissed when you... Alright, you ever go to those, go to KFC or Taco Bell and get the $5 box? Woo! Yeah, $5 box. Well, I got a way better one for the ride home. And it's at 7-Eleven. It consists of 2 Natty Daddies. Anybody familiar with the Natty Daddy? 25 ounces of alcoholic efficiency. It's not being cheap, it's efficiency. And you get 2 burritos, a roll of toilet paper, for $5. And if they like you, they give you a lambskin condom for free. Thank you, come again. Lambskin. Yeah. So yeah, she's a decent chick. She puts up with me. And she likes the beard though. And the beard, it was longer. It was somewhere between terrorist or I'd shoot a terrorist. So, needless to say, when I was feeling a little lonely, I'd book a flight. Now, you know what sucks about being from Maine is they don't recognize our IDs. That's what they're saying. Listen, we don't want to admit we're from Maine either. Jeez. But, yeah, so the beard. My son, he's a curious little bastard. Asks some serious questions. Like, Dad, when you were born, did you have a beard? I sure did, buddy. Matter of fact, you stove your grandma up pretty bad. Looked like she gave birth to a belt sander. That's why your college is going to be funded in gold bond medicated cream stock. Hope it does well down on the stock exchange. He's fun. During the holidays and whatnot, we're in the toy aisle and people are shopping everywhere and there's this dude at the place that B-Rad may work at. He may work there, and he was wearing big black work boots, big black jeans, big black t-shirt, black do-rag. And he may have been an African American. And he says, Dad, why is he so black? And of course, down the aisle, with his child on her hip, was a very short white lady with a full grocery cart, her CMP bill sticking out of her purse, EBT card. And I'm like, son, that's Alright, good. I'm glad there's no racists in here. I said, that's a dude. I'm a dude, you're a dude, he's a dude. He's like, oh, okay. Kids are fun. I gave him a haircut the other day, because I'm a cheap bastard, and he was going downstairs afterwards, and he's showing his sister, and I hear, don't touch my new hair, you're going to break it, followed by a and his sister fucking bawling. Fucking bawling. No, she's not in the ghetto. She's crying. And I gotta go downstairs and adult this. Like, I gotta be an adult. I mean, new hair? What? He's proud. And I get into this stare down with him. I'm like, come on, man. Why'd you punch your sister? Why'd you punch your sister? And it's silence. Just silence. Why'd you punch your sister? I did what I did because I did it. You might as well say, yeah, I punched her, old man. You want the next one? Oh, this sister, though, she's the apple of my eye. And I got into a little struggle with her this past summer at a pig roast. Not like the pig roast that B-Rad was talking about. But a pig roast where, the pig's looking at you with an apple in its mouth. And that was what was for dinner. In my house, you eat what's for dinner. That's it. Dinner is dinner. You're going to put it in your face and you're going to eat it. And of course, again, stare down with my kids. I'm like, come on, just put it in your mouth. Just try it for Daddy. Open wide, I know you're going to like it. And then I realized it. I said those same exact words to my girlfriend just 2 nights ago. So she got ice cream. But, I'm kind of alright with that, because when she gets to college, she might disappoint a few chicks because she isn't much into experimenting. But she's going to, do a good job. She's going to hold her ground, be strong. Except for, here's the thing. We're driving down the road the other day, and she's doing the Barbie dance party in the back seat. Any parents familiar with the Barbie dance party in the back seat? Kind of Barbie dancing, and she's singing along to the music. And she say, I got passion in my pants, and I ain't afraid to show it. Whoa. My daughter better not have passion in, near, or around her pants. Ever. Passion comes from Jesus. And if Jesus is in my daughter's pants, we're going to the wrong church. Oh. Would you believe that I thought about wearing a sweater vest the other day to prevent my beard from getting caught in my jacket? Well, I'm not because of a few reasons. A, I'm not Mr. Rogers. B, nobody wants to be my neighbor. And you wouldn't let me play with children with your children and puppets. Yeah, that's so. But I do work at a credit union. That's right. That's about the excitement girls got at bars when I lead up with that. It's like they smoke their lunch on break or something, and they're just like, what? But anywho, I work at a credit union, and the holidays are over with, and I'm happy with that because my brother, the paver, the carpenter, and mechanic, they all ask to see my spirit fingers at the holidays. I got a spirit finger for them. But I work in a female-dominated industry. In my particular credit union, there are 25 employees, and only 3 of them are dudes. And that sucks when it's collectively that time of the month and they're all cycling, and I'm feeling it too, and one of the members says to me, I talked to you, but they're prettier. Come on, man. I got a haircut. I just went to the salon, and they quoted me for some hair removal. It was by the foot. It's like I'm not installing a rug, I'm just removing it. Oh, the credit union, good stuff, It's a good gig. Work with a bunch of women. I'm the work hubby. Yep, I'm the work hubby. Somebody's got to do it. If there's a plug toilet, it's this guy. If there's a spider, it's this guy. If there's leftovers, it's this guy. Oh, they take good care of me, they do. And so do the members. Now, here's the thing with the word members. Maybe I've gone downstairs to the number 2 bathroom, where you do your number 2 business so nobody in the public knows that you're doing it. And, well, in a male-dominated industry, you can expect to see, like, Snap-on calendars with titties or some Hustler magazines or whatever. Well, in the female-dominated industry of the credit union, you find Nora Roberts, Danielle Steele, and 50 Shades of Grey. So when I think of members, I think of dicks. And in regards to a membership, that's a dick ship. I want to be on a titty ship. I can motorboat that. Titty ship didn't float with you guys. That's alright. I got other things to talk about with the members. Like, I was at Drive Up the other day, and I felt like a dog in a fucking pet store. Like, looking out there, and their big jacked up Jeep, and this good looking lady in a tank top and sunglasses, and I'm in her account, and she's got some money, and a husband, and I'm like, whoa, at least if I'm the dog, you can take me home, you can feed me, I won't piss on your rug, I won't chew on your shoes, I might hump your wife's leg, but yeah, I felt like a dog in a pet store. And another thing is my favorite members are the little old ladies, grandmas, Betty White twinkle in their eye grandma, you know? And I took care of one the other day. I took care of her really good. She was happy with the service she got. So much to the point where, as she's walking away and staring at me, she says, if I was younger and had more money. Well, guess what, Grandma? I was just in your account. I think we can work something out. Since you're a snowbird, I could use a vacation. Just got a couple questions. Are those hips insured? Do your teeth come out? Oh. How am I doing on time? Doing all right? We having fun? How's Jimmy's crowd doing? It's growing. Yeah. Woo! I love that. The excitement. You know what else is exciting? is when you're in the doctor's office, and this is really isn't exciting. It's just I'm going to go and do another joke because I got a few minutes here. I'm at the doctor's office, got my yearly physical because, well, I needed one, and the doctor made a note that I have a very large center, and said that I had what they call pre-diabetes. Like, that's a step before diabetes, which, as we all know, diabetes sucks. So the doctor's recommending a new diet for me, and the doc's like, all right, I want you to start with no white potatoes, no white bread, no white flour, no white sugar, no white milk. And I'm like, whoa, Doc. What about cocaine? No, I didn't do that. I said, white foods matter, man. Speaking of cocaine, hey, at the credit union, I was having a bad day, and they say there's a study that said that the $20 bill has the most traces of drugs of all the monies out there. And well, I was looking to see if that was indeed true, but I said, fuck it. I dumped out my whole drawer. I tapped out this like kind of gnarly line. It had some belly linen in it, maybe some pubic hair. I don't fucking know. But my study showed that they all have drugs. And you know, we have mentioned the weed, and you know, it was great when people would come in around harvest season and you knew it because their money smelled like weed, and everybody was in a better mood. I mean, the vending machine was empty, but hey, whatever. They don't put shit you want in there anyway. You ever wonder about that? Who decides what goes in the vending machine? Yeah, nobody's got that answer. But anywho, I'm just going to finish it on this. And I had a member at my station the other day look at my hand and see that I did not have her wedding ring. And that I indeed was not married, per his observation. And he says to me, I pray that you have a good wife. And I'm like, whoa. What if I just want the good wife's sister? I heard she puts out. My name is Ben Roberts. Let's give it back to your host, Joe Ellis. Let's give it up for Jimmy Greaves. I get puberty with that squeal.
You're never too old to have your voice break. That's the lesson of the night. I actually have a very short-lived web series, which eventually hopefully you do an updated episode soon, called My Friend the Caveman. Because when I was in my old relationship, which lasted 14 years, I didn't do shit. I kind of just stayed in my room and played video games and was bitched at all the time. So when I finally was able to be single, my couple friends and I were like, okay, you're going to go out into the world and we're going to have you do shit. So if you go on to YouTube and type in My Friend the Caveman, you can see me have my first sushi, my first burger, my first steak. I know you're all looking at me like I'm fucking insane. I know that's all normal for you, but for me, these were big leaps out of my comfort zone. And because of it, I've actually started to get recognized a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of neat. Have people look up to me and go, oh my God, I can't believe it's you! Jared from Subway! What the fuck, dude? That wasn't me. I'm not in jail catching a foot long. Easy jokes. But I am going to bring up your last comedian of the evening. He is literally one of the funniest guys in Portland, Maine right now. He actually was the producer and the friend who got me out of my cave at My Friend the Caveman. Let's give it up for Ian Stuart, everybody! Give it up for Joe Ellis, everybody. Let him know, guys. I cannot be the only person here thinking, what the fuck am I doing here right now? Oh. Did anyone else meet Jimmy from Jimmy the Greeks? Did anybody else meet him tonight? He was walking around? That's fucking awesome. I've seen him on TV. Starstruck a little bit. And when I was shaking his hand, I looked at his eyes, and immediately I was like, how many Sammy Hagar lookalike contests has this guy won? So many. What a handsome little man. Joe Ellis, how you doing, man? You know that Joe Ellis eats pizza and drinks, 10 Pepsis a day? So you drink 5 Pepsis a day and just eating pizza still. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I did a web series for my YouTube channel called My Friend the Caveman. And I did it because he was super depressed. And all my friends were worried about him killing himself. But I wasn't worried that you were going to kill yourself because in all honesty, the dollar store doesn't sell guns. So I wasn't too worried. But we did a little web series and it was fun. Yeah, we're going to do another one. How you guys doing? Good? Yes? Good? Yay. Good God. The table up there, I'm in the back just hearing them like, oh God. So, how you guys, how you doing? Nice couple over here. Good. This guy over here. Yes. Good. I like Ben, you brought a very manly looking man. Manly looking man up on top right there. How you doing, sir? Good. Dude, you look so manly that you don't watch football. You look like you listen to it on an AM radio while you wiggle shit. That's how manly you look. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, man. You look like you buy your condoms from Cabela's. That's how manly that you look. It's crazy. Damn, I'm gonna gun rack done. So it's what? What? You alright, Joe? You gonna die? What's it like being married to Joe Ellis? Is that become tiresome yet? No, you're all about married to Joe Ellis. Good God. I imagine it's like marrying a tire fire for some reason, right? That's gotta be kind of what it's like. That's cool. I like tire fires when I was a kid. It was a good time. Shooting some guns, drinking some beers, tire fires. So I was recently in a movie, guys. You guys like Netflix and Hulu and all that shit? Netflix, Hulu? Yeah, we watch that. Just shot a movie called The Witch Files. It was my first speaking role. I've been in a couple other movies. One with Jason London from Days Confused. I was in a movie called It's Great to Be Here. This is my first one called The Witch Files. And randomly, I got a call from a producer on the movie. And I knew this producer because he had filmed a beer show that I was a part of a couple years ago, right? And he hit me up, and he's like, hey, man, we're shooting a couple scenes in Bath, Maine, and we need a homeless guy. All right. I can do that. He's like, all you gotta do is, you gotta say a couple lines and just bring your normal clothing. All right, I can do that as well. Let's do this. And so I'm pumped, man. It's my first, as a comedian, you want to get in the entertainment industry, and this is definitely a good jump. And so I'm excited, and me and my girlfriend go out for a celebratory meal that night. And we go to, I don't care about throwing one of the bus, we go to Pat's Pizza on Market Street. And I got the worst food poisoning of my life. Like, the worst food poisoning of my life. For a week, for an entire week, I had this terrible food poisoning. But I had to be on the set the next day, right? And I'm just dealing with the worst of the worst. And if you've ever been on a movie set, you're going to be there all day long. I didn't shoot my lines until 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but I had to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning, right? So I'm there all day long. And I feel terrible. There's really nothing I can do because it's like a B horror movie. In the bathroom and the dressing room share the same room. And I'm not at a point to be, like, discreet, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not feeling good. So I'm kind of just, like, sulking around the set, kind of like a beaten German shepherd. Just shoulders down, you know what I mean? Just, ugh. And finally, 5 o'clock rolls around, right? It's 5 o'clock, my time to do the scene. And I just want to get out of there, man. I feel awful. Want to get out of there, want to do the job, want to get out of there. And what this scene is, it's a very classic horror movie scene where the two main characters, one's been in multiple Steven Spielberg movies, another is one of the daughters on the show Americans on FX, and then just a guy that happens to look homeless enough to get a part, right? That's the big scene. And what it is, it's an alleyway. These people have to walk down an alleyway, and they've got a bunch of jump things happening. Very horror movie, right? So they walk down the alleyway, someone throws slop in front of them, then a dove gets released, and then I, as the homeless man, pops out of the trash and harasses them, right? That's my big movie moment. And so what I do is I pop out of the trash and I harass them. I go, hey, do either of you girls got $1? And then they respond with, no, I'm sorry, we're fresh out. And I respond with, whores! And they get back down in the trash, right? That's my big movie moment. And if you've ever been on a movie set, man, they take the take over and over and over again. So we're like on the 15th take, and the director's going through, telling everyone what he likes. He comes up to me, he's like, hey man, this is gonna be like the last take. I know you want to get out of here. I just want to feel, as you're the homeless guy, I really want to feel like you're living in the grind. Like, I want to feel like you're really living in the dirt. And I was feeling awful at that point, man. I just want to get out of there. I want to do a good job. Let's get out of there. So I'm down in the trash, waiting for the scene to happen. I see the girls walking towards me, and I pop up. But as I pop up, everything that was inside of me is now outside of me. Like there was a free concert and my diarrhea had front row seats. Just all over my pants and the back. Awful. So I pop up like this. Hey! Do any of you girls got $1? And then they respond with, no, I'm sorry, we're fresh out. I respond, whores! And I pop back down. As I'm popping back down, I see the director from behind the camera, and he looks at me and he goes, so if you see me on Netflix this fall, I shit my pants. There you go, that's fine, Old Orchard Beach. I did that joke in Mechanic Falls, Maine, and a woman up front, right after I told that joke, she's like, is that real? Did that really happen? I was like, yeah, I really shit my pants. And she goes, no, I believe that. Were you really in a movie? Fair enough. Fair enough. Has anyone here had a gun pulled on them? Has anyone had that experience? Big Bob, of course you have. Are you kidding me? I've almost pulled a gun on you, man. Good God. How many times? Just waiting for school. I had a gun pulled on me at Hinkley Dog Park in South Portland a couple weeks ago. You guys have dogs? Big dog fans over here? Yeah? Dogs are good? I love my dog. He's a bird hunting dog, and every single day I take him on a long 1 mile, not long, it's a 1 mile hike through Hinkley Dog Park in South Portland, Maine. And it's a great dog park, and I like it because there's really no one there. We kind of run around and have a good time. And 2 weeks ago, hanging out with my dog, we're probably like halfway through the trail, and this beautiful, beautiful boxer comes bounding up from behind me, right, from out of nowhere, meets my dog meets him, and they kind of go tit for tat like dogs do, and my dog, being the shitty working dog that he is, barks this guy away, and so the boxer takes heed and bounces out, back where he came from. And I look back, and his owner is just fucking marching up the trail, pissed. He kind of looks like this guy at the end of the table, if this guy made guns for a living. Yeah, that guy, exactly. Just an angry, angry dude. And he goes, shitty dogs shouldn't be allowed at this dog park. Fair enough, right? My dog was being a dick, so I call, hey man, I'm really sorry. My dog's just territorial. Wicked sorry. But he continues. He's like, no, shitty dogs shouldn't be allowed at this dog park. And then I said something that doesn't even make sense. It's a stupid thing to say, but I go, sorry your dog's weak. Right? That's a dumb thing to say. We can all agree that's a dumb thing to say to anyone. But he straightens up and he goes, what'd you say to me? And I knew he was looking for it. He was looking for a fight, and I was like in a weird point. It's like morning, right? I just need to be the bigger man and get away from this guy. And so that's what I do. I decide to pick up my steps and go down the trail a little bit faster. And so I'm trying to make my way down the trail, but he's picking up his pace, and his dog and my dog are still not getting along. And my dog again barks his dog away, and he freaks out behind me. I can hear him. He goes, "Shitty dogs! No dog attacks my dog!" And I turned around, man. I was not feeling just not feeling the situation. And I point at him like I'm Babe Ruth pointing out a hit. I go, "Forget you, old man!" Which again, that doesn't make any sense either, right? But he doesn't say anything this time. He just looks very serious. He turns his body without turning his head like he's RoboCop. He reaches down and pulls out a gun. And it's not like he went to like the Kittery trading post and someone's like, "Oh, this would be a good self-defense gun," or like a .380 or like a pea shooter. No, it's a real gun. It looks like every gun that Mel Gibson has killed someone with in Lethal Weapon. Like a real gun. A real one. And he doesn't point it at me, but he stares at me and brings the gun up to his head and starts clicking it against his head like the gun's doing the thinking. Right? That's not good. So I've got three options. Really, I got three options at this point, right? Because I can make things worse for myself in a multitude of different ways. I can play, the victim. That might make things worse. We might get off on that. I can exasperate the situation and be the tough guy. That can make things worse. Or I can make this guy my friend immediately, right? And so I got to think of something. What can I do to make this man my friend immediately, right? He's an angry white guy with a loaded gun. What can I say in one sentence to make this man my friend? So I put up my hand, I go, I voted for Trump. Does someone already know that punchline? Is it that obvious? An angry white guy with a gun? Yeah. And so his expression completely softens. He puts the gun away. He points at me and goes, "We're going to make her. We're going to make her." And then I ran to the parking lot as fast as I could to scrape the "I'm with her" bumper sticker off my car. Because he's got a gun. Well, this is going as best as I thought. You know, for B-Rad for putting on the show, guys. This is what happens when you give a Walmart door guy authority. That's good. That's why they don't give them mics in the Walmart. It's hello and goodbye. What can I do, Joe Ellis? What can I do to really bring this crowd around, man? What would you suggest? Yeah, that's what you want to see. This body naked, dude. Are you kidding me? My torso looks like a pale gummy bear's face. That's what my torso looks like now. I used to be a cool guy. I used to be a hipster. Gained 40 pounds and I'm a townie. Not as cool. Not as cool. Take my clothes off. What if I just did that and just like took off all my clothes and just did my set completely naked? I've done it before. Don't clap, Angela. It's not. This isn't like a Disney movie at the end where we need to rally everyone for me to get naked. That's not good. Oh, I do look hilarious naked. That's true. Legalization. Yeah. I have the body that they portray Trump with in like the comics. You know what I mean? Whenever they're trying to lampoon Trump and they cartoon him with a weird, like a fat, out of proportion body with a tiny cock, it is my body. And I've never done anything wrong to America to deserve that character. Doesn't matter. So my girlfriend just beat cancer. That's for real. That just happened. Yeah. We're celebrating 8 months of her being cancer-free. Stage 2 lymphoma. If you guys don't know anything about lymphoma is the cancer of the lymph nodes. It's these big balls in your neck. 30 years old, stage 2. In all honesty, it was not the best case scenario. I don't want to say that, but it was a really good scenario. We knew it was gonna, she's gonna come out on top, so we weren't too worried. But still a scary situation nonetheless. And in Maine, they give you a medical marijuana card as soon as you get cancer. Like any oncologist office will give you a medical marijuana card. Not because like cancer, and candidates like fight each other. Who knows? But it's really good for chemotherapy. Pot is great for chemotherapy. But because she had lymphoma, she could not smoke it. And she's not a smoker anyway. She's really not a big pot person. And So the first night coming back from chemotherapy, she said, Ian, what I'd like to do is you should make some magic brownies for us. We can go upstairs to our bedroom. We can watch Game of Thrones until we pass out. It's very cool. That sounds like a perfect night, right? And so the night comes. We get back to the house. I make these magic brownies for her. I cut her out a square of a brownie. I cut a couple out for myself. And I go up to the top of our bedroom, and I give her the brownie. And 45 minutes in, right? 45 minutes into Game of Thrones, she's eaten a half of the brownie. A half of the brownie, where she's just kind of rocking back and forth like this. You know what I mean? Kind of just, the only way I can describe it really is the way that Ray Charles sings a Christmas album. Does that make sense? Like that kind of rocking back and forth? And she breaks that with, oh my God, Ian. I ate a half of a brownie, and I can't feel anything. How many brownies did you eat? So I look at her and I was like, baby, I ate 7 brownies. She goes, oh my God! And I thought she was like, oh my God, Ian, you're a weed warrior. You're a fucking champion of cannabis. I can't believe how many brownies you ate. What a wizard you are. But then she goes, oh my God! You're going to get diabetes. You might already have it. So I went to the doctors, asked, do I have type 2 diabetes? He said it was worse. I have 2 types of diabetes. That's not good. If you don't know, that's all of the diabetes. I have all of it. My piss is a soda machine. Oh, man. I feel like you guys didn't like the pod jokes, but I might just go there anyways. Joe, so want to hear some classic pod jokes? Really? All right, man. What about the couple over here? You guys probably don't smoke. You guys look like every person that's fired me from a landscaping job. You just probably don't smoke the garbage, right? No, I'm going with absolutely not. They're not going to respond to me. Ben's friend. Oh, you don't smoke the ganj either. Oh, God. All right, this is dude up front. No, yeah, exactly. I'm batting in the dark right now, dude. Yeah, no, yeah, that's the thing. I keep asking people that look like they have jobs, like, do you smoke pot? No. Joe Ellis, do you smoke pot? Yes, of course, because you don't. Yes. All right. Well, I've been a medical marijuana guy for a while as well, and I use it for a digestive problem, right? I've got digestive issues. We're doing a fat kid rock, right? Things aren't going well in your stomach, and this 4th of July, my parents own a farm in Maine. Nice little farm in Maine, and they always have a big 4th of July feast. After the 4th of July feast this year, I went behind their chicken coop. I lived in after-dinnerment, if you will, sir. You know what I'm talking about. And having a good time with the after-dinnerment, and I see my 5-year-old cousin coming running from the side of the house very quickly, so I try to snuff out the joint, but it's not quick enough. So he comes rolling up on me. He's like, Cousin Ian, what's that smell? Right? I got to play it cool. It'd be cool, Cousin Ian. He's like, oh, don't worry, little buddy. It's just a skunk, right? It's just a skunk. So he calls up my mom. He's like, Aunt Ann! Ian's smoking weed with skunks! You're a little narc. No, it's cool. My parents are cool. My parents are old hippies. They're aging hippies. They're hippies in their 60s. My mom's taking echinacea and ginseng and fish oil to live longer. And my dad's taking LSD to live for eternity. All right, well, tepidation on that. The first time, the pod jokes like this, the first time I was ever caught with marijuana, I was 14 years old, not smoking it. I was taking a shower, my 5th of the day, right? So I was 14 years old, having a good time in the shower. And my mom was going through my room like a Portland police agent, right? Just going through, kicking things over, rifling through things, and she finds a little Altoids container with like a little tiny bit of like this fish flake crap pot, right? Which freaks out. She grabs the container, runs into the bathroom where I'm sudsing up, right? She grabs me by the arm, drags me stark naked in the kitchen where my dad's waiting. And he's fuming mad, right? She's got the Altoids container, she's waving around like a mad grape, you know. Is this your pot? Is this your gosh darn pot? In? Before I can even answer, my dad jumps in with, and it's not even good shit! It's like, Dad, I stole it from you. Get a better dealer. I'm only 14. I've got tattoos, guys. That's fun. Tattoos, my mom was asking me, you got a lot of tattoos. Don't you think you're going to regret them when you're older. And I, told her, Mom, I got all my tattoos and I was high and drunk. Do you really think I'm going to live till I'm older? Don't like that joke either. It's fine, guys. We got 6 of you. It's all right. Date night. How's date night going in the back? Good. You guys look nice. Awesome. I can only imagine you. I have a feeling you drove 2 Subarus here. Is that true? No. You look like a couple. Sir, you must have what kind of job you have? You seem like you have a smart job. You seem like every guy on an IT floor that's yelled at me for turning on my computer. You know what I mean? Oh, really? You work at the shipyard?
Not the shipyard, for beer.
All right, that's right. Immediately, as a big fat drunk guy, I was like, "Oh, I like their beer! Awesome!" So you work at the shipyard. That's cool. Have you ever been on the shipyard beer tour? All right. So they've got a beer there called like XXXX. That's the name of the beer, right? It's like 13% alcohol. And I went on the tour, and they give you samples, but I didn't sample anything. I just kept going for the XXXX. Really like making that free tour worth it, right? And so I'm having a good time at the Shipyard Brewery, and we end it, and I get back in my car, and I'm going down 95. And I'm a dirty dude that kind of likes a cigarette if I've had a couple beers, you know what I mean? And so I'm driving down, I light up a cigarette on 95, and as soon as I light it up, I literally see a UFO right in front of me. And it's not even like a normal UFO, it's like a UFO mothership, right? And it's following my car exactly, and it's just glowing, just right? I'm like, just getting ready to get abducted, you know what I mean? Like, let's get in the spirit, all right? It took me the entire cigarette and 3 miles on 95 to figure out it wasn't a UFO. It was a lightning bug stuck to my windshield. It's like Shipyard makes great beer, doesn't they? Isn't that fantastic? Doesn't they? I'm speaking like B-Rad now. That's what's happening. It's rubbing off. Doesn't they? Oh, man. I'll take English class tomorrow, don't worry. What else can we do? Joelis, I like how your wife she's lost interest in me. It's okay. How is Snake? Is that a fun game? Is that what you're playing right now? Candy Crush? No, it's all right, well, don't make me feel like an asshole. What are you doing? Pay attention to me bombing up here, goddammit. What are you doing? That's cool. So your cousin is the babysitter tonight?
Yes.
That's fun. Do you trust him?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. That's always good. You don't trust the kids? You think they've tied him up like it's an 80s movie by now? You know what I mean? Just like tied him up, put whipped cream on him, kill the babysitter. The babysitter's dead now. Your cousin's dead. You've got a murder-suicide. Good God. Who knows where I'm going? Doesn't matter. All right, I don't know. I'm just freeballing up here, and it's not going well. So, that's fun. Babysitter. Good. You don't? What? No. When's the last babysitter you had that wasn't family? Have you had many of those? I made a babysitter quit when I was a kid. I microwaved 3 candy bars. And then I called my mom and said, "She's trying to make us sundaes, but she's ruining the house." And then that babysitter quit in the middle of it. I don't know. There's no joke there. What can we do for a joke? Dr. Phil. A couple over here. You ever watch Dr. Phil? Yeah. You guys are my audience right now. So I was watching Dr. Phil, because obviously I lost the remote, and hanging out on the couch. And Dr. Phil was like around the time of the Olympics, and Dr. Phil had a bunch of Olympians on that had fallen from the graces, like people from the 90s and 80s that had won gold medals, but then became addicted to food and alcohol after their fame. And so he's got this runner on, right, and she's very sad, very gaunt, apparently won like 3 gold medals, but addicted to food and alcohol. And she's crying softly into her hands and kind of regaling Dr. Phil with the day that she hit rock bottom. She said, "Dr. Phil, the day that I hit rock bottom, I woke up, I went to Denny's, I ate $20 worth of Denny's food for breakfast, and I went home and I drank a couple Coors Light and had some Jägermeister, then I ordered a pizza, Dr. Phil. I ate an entire pizza by myself, Dr. Phil, then more Coors Light, more Jägermeister. Then I went to a Chinese food restaurant and had $30 worth of Chinese food, then went home for more Coors Light and more Jägermeister. And she broke down to her hands and she was very sad, and I was sad too, but not for her, because her rock bottom sounded like my Wednesday. I had 2 pizzas on Wednesday, good God. It's never going to go well. just want to talk to you, Jill. That's all I want to do now. I just want to turn this into a podcast. I think, you know what I mean. Maybe I'll do 2 more jokes. I'll let you guys get out of here unscathed, mostly. Do you guys have a babysitter right now? Yeah. And family, or just a random person on Craigslist? You found her on Craigslist. Really? You're just like shopping for a couch. You're like, no, we'll take a babysitter too. There you go. Do you have to pay her in couches? How do you pay a Craigslist babysitter? Is that... rolled up dollar bills. That's what she likes. All right. Whatever. All right, Craigslist babysitter. How much do you have to pay a Craigslist babysitter an hour? Oh, really? Maybe I should... I'm posting the wrong section on Craigslist right now. I'm not making any money in my section. No one cares about this body, but maybe hey, CPR certified, you know? Maybe I'll get more hits. Who knows? Okay. Yeah. Do you guys want to hear about my time on CNN? Sure. So I've done a couple TV spots, and I did CNN. So Portland, Maine legalized marijuana 2 or 3 years ago, whenever that happened, when they were just doing it by the city. And CNN came to do a big story on it. And part of the story was kind of hitting up the town to see how it affected Portland, Maine. And at the time, I owned a rolling paper company and was writing for a pot magazine, so they hit me up. They're like, hey, we don't need to interview you. We just need B-roll of you and your buddies smoking pot. Right? And I was like, all right, we can do that. Why not? And I live in a very rough area of Portland. The roughest area of Portland, Maine. And Grant Street. Yeah. Woo, Grant Street. If you like crack cocaine, you'll love that street. So living in a tough area of Maine, and it was winter, and on honesty, the heat was not working because
What are we doing?
and so we've got all the windows completely shut.
I'm sorry?
I need cash to pay the and a CNN producer,
Okay.
an anchor, and a cameraman come over to my apartment with me and my buddies, right?
And
To
it's
film
cash?
this B-roll of us smoking. And it's CNN, so you're not going to smoke little pinner joints in front of them, right? You're going to smoke big old cannons, right? The Civil War is back. So we've got a bunch of fucking pot, and we're smoking in front of them for probably 2 hours. Literally just non-stop smoking. They're getting good shots. They're kind of asking us questions. And finally, after 2 hours, the producer, a middle-aged woman comes up and she goes, hey, Ian, none of us have really smoked pot since college. I haven't smoked pot in 25 years. My hands are shaking. Do you think that I'm contact high, right? I was like, listen, I'm not a doctor. I really have no idea, what your body does when you're on marijuana. But I will say, if you're asking a hippie for medical advice, you're fucking stoned. You're crazy stoned. That's what happened on CNN. And apparently, it was in a little teaser of something, but I've never gotten the credit for it. So hopefully, she had really bad high. What else can we talk about? Do you guys know who TJ Miller is? You guys like the movie Deadpool? Yeah, you like Deadpool? All right, so the bartender in Deadpool is TJ Miller. And I had the opportunity to open up for TJ Miller a couple times at Port City, right? Big venue, really cool show. And when I have a big show like this, right, the first show was completely sold out. I chain smoke cigarettes nonstop. I'm just a nasty habit kind of guy. Chain smoking cigarettes nonstop. And I literally just had one little black lighter to light all my cigarettes for each show. And so before the show happens, smoking cigarettes. We do the show. The show is awesome. TJ Miller's really, really cool guy. TJ Miller, in real life, he kind of walks around like a Hannaford manager. Does that make sense? It's just a lot of long steps, just really taking charge. Wicked nice guy. And so after the show, I was like, hey man, do you want to come on my bus and smoke some pot with me? And I was like, fuck yeah. I love TJ Miller. Huge Silicon Valley fan. Huge, Mucinex commercial fan. That's stupid. And yeah, dude, I would love to come on the bus. And so we get on the bus with him, and he's got this little one hitter, and we're smoking TJ Miller's weed. I feel really cool. And the one hitter, as you know, in any kind of smoking circle, the pipe usually makes the rounds before the lighter does. You know what I mean? That lighter is on a weird trajectory for most of that smoking thing. So I actually have to take out my own lighter when the pipe comes to me, and light the pipe, and then I hand it off to the next person on me, and my lighter goes with it. And TJ Miller gets my lighter and pockets my lighter. I can see him just bigging me. TJ Miller's bigging me. And I'm not at a point where I'm like, hey, TJ Miller, you're bigging me, man. Right? What the fuck? And I just let it go. And we've got another show to do, but I don't really have a lighter for the cigarettes anymore, right? So I'm just kind of pacing back and forth, like, oh my god, is nicotine fixed out? Like, gonna happen. The second show happens. It's a lot of fun. After that show, he's like, hey man, do you want to smoke more pot? I was like, yeah, absolutely. But he wanted to smoke a couple joints, and you couldn't really smoke because of insurance reasons. You couldn't smoke a bunch on the tour bus. We had to smoke outside of the tour bus. And so I got to meet him outside the tour bus. I'm hanging out outside the tour bus. He comes out of his of the bus, and he's got a joint, and he has my lighter in his hand, right? And TJ Miller doesn't stop talking for 2 hours, and he uses that lighter like a symphony instructor. You know what I mean? And I'm just following it like a dog with a bone. Just, that's my lighter. That's my lighter. And we have a really cool conversation for a couple hours, and he's like, hey man, I gotta bounce, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, we gotta roll out. And he gets back on the bus holding my lighter, and I start making my way down the street. He comes back out and goes, hey, Ian, is this your lighter?
How long was it?
I was like,
How long was it?
no, because here's the thing, I won't be able to tour with TJ Miller, but my lighter toured with TJ Miller, and that's a good enough accolade for me. Oh man! All right. One more joke. Cool. Do you remember the smart guy in the middle? Scrambled porn. Do you remember that from like the early 2000s? Right? Channels like 88, 89, 90. Right? You've got like 60 block of channels. You get all these scrambly things, and Spice 2, Playboy were all near that end. And at 10 o'clock, the sound would come on. You'd hear like all the moans and the groans and shit like that. And when I was 14 years old, loved it. 10 o'clock, I'd be down in the parents' basement all the time, having a good time. And one night in particular, I'm down, channel 88, downstairs, channel 88, and the moans and groans are going crazy. And occasionally, if you were lucky, the screen would unscramble for just a second, and you'd see like a hard body or like a titty or something like that, right? And this night is not unlike the rest. It unscrambles, and it turns out I'm not watching porn. I'm watching pay-per-view wrestling. Which is why I love Goldberg so much, guys. All right, well, that was my set, guys. Give it up for Joe Ellis, your host.
Ian Stuart, let him hear it. I used to buy weed off of him. Explains a lot. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out to Jimmy the Greeks tonight. We had a fun time putting on the show for you. I hope you had a fun time listening. We're going to be putting on some more shows during the summer. We're also going to be doing a lot of shows down at Cowbell Burgers down in Bedford, which I think our next show is, 29th?
Our next show's on April 27th.
April 27th. So come on down to Cowbell Burgers in Bedford, see us there. We're going to have a fun time, and thank you all for coming out. Thanks for supporting Maine Comedy, and have a good night, everyone.